he did that so crisp, so sharp, exactly like the way that they did in the Third Reich. That's not an accident. He's a smart guy.
All the evidence points to the fact not only is he not a Nazi, but there's no good incentive for him to even do this. You just don't care. You don't care because you want it to be some trolling Nazi thing when it clearly isn't.
I think you're an idiot. I think you love that coup on January 6th. I think you hate our democracy. I think you hate our Constitution. So what part of that is cozying up to the right wing, bitch?
You have a female bishop. That's an impossibility. That is not Christian at all. That is satanic.
It's inversion, dude. It's satanic. You sound insane. You sound, to me, honestly, you sound like you belong in a mental asylum.
By the way, it's great to have the old Cenk back, by the way. Yeah, and Andrew, on the ending the birthright citizenship.
Can I just address
hang on, Cenk. I'll come to you in a moment. Response. On what Cenk mentioned also about the ending the birthright citizenship as one of the executive orders. Do you think Trump intends to do that? Because it seems to me he's already won the debate about illegal immigrants who are here are criminals in America.
Yeah.
Everyone pretty much agrees they should be sent back, including the million who've already been processed but haven't been deported yet. So all of that seems to be very popular.
Shut up, Green.
But there is a lot of anger about the idea that you may end what seems to be a very American thing, the very ethos of the country, this birthright citizenship. What do you feel?
It's a very un-American thing. The 14th, or I'm sorry, this was never, by the way, never set up so that people could come in, have a baby, and then anchor themselves to the child. And that's what's been going on. And it's been going on for years. We know it's been going on for years. This was designed for things like for immigrants who came in legally. They have children here. Of course, those are United States citizens. Nobody's disputing that. What we're disputing is that you can just come in illegally, have a child on American soil, and then try to anchor yourself to that child. That is not in the spirit of what we're even talking about. Of course, Trump wants to end it. It's bad policy across the board. It's always been bad policy across the board. And I hope the Supreme Court, it gets challenged by the Supreme Court so we could get it in front of them so that they can interpret it correctly, because that's not the way this is supposed to be applied.
Cenk?
Yeah, so first let me address what he said, and then I'll come back to this. So look, guys, what happened on May 30th was nothing but a protest. But if they attack Secret Service guys, then they should be arrested. That's a violent crime. I'm principled on both of those things.
I think
in
Piers
Portland, when they took over a portion of the city, I was against it. Like, well, that's not a thing. You don't get to take over a portion of a city. I was against it when gangs took over apartment complexes and buildings in Colorado. So
that was under your Biden
Trump
administration.
stays with things that the American people are in favor of, getting rid of the violent felons that are undocumented here, that's going to be very popular, whether the left likes it or doesn't like it, right? But when he goes too far and he goes to things like birthright citizenship, then people are going to push back. And that's when it gets interesting. Is Trump going to double down and go, no, I'm going to, go to demagogue on this and get you people to hate foreigners coming in, et cetera, and I don't care what the Constitution says, and we're going to change the way America is, and you're no longer an American if you're born here. We're going to judge you based on where you're from, et cetera. That'll be very unpopular. Does he dig in, or does he, as he does sometimes, go, man, you know what? I gave it a shot, didn't work, and retract? I hope that that's the direction he goes, because this whole look, brother, if you have a problem with a part of the Constitution, you need to go through the right process. You need to go and do an amendment. Like, I want to do an amendment to get money out of politics. But when Biden was in office, I didn't think he should just come in and go, forget what the Supreme Court said. Forget what the Constitution said. Let's go nuts and do whatever the hell we want. That's not how it works.
Well, gee, I never thought about that. I didn't know that we were supposed to go through a process of law for these things, which is exactly what Trump is doing via his executive order, which then hopefully will get it in front of the Supreme Court, which looks like that's what the plan is.
Part of the legal process.
By the way, just so you know, the interpretation of this, that's what we're really talking about, is the interpretation. Ultimately here, it is not, and you need to agree with me on this, it is not in the spirit that you can come in and have a child here and anchor yourself to the child specifically so that you have some pathway or motivation to citizenship. You say it's not a part of the legal process. Yes, these challenges, getting in front of the Supreme Court, getting in front of various courts is part of the process. It's been done this way time and time and time again. Also, I reject categorically what you said, just lied to the audience. You called Trump bunker boy, right? He was going down to the bunker during the protest to inspect it. Ha, 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 right? You didn't care at all.
Yeah.
You weren't denouncing political violence. You weren't denouncing these people getting beat up. You didn't care when the violence is on your side like a typical Democrat. You don't care at all, Cenk. You don't care. And you've never cared. The only reason you care now is because you want to kiss.
And I condemn it every time people do violence.
Snake.
Literally
okay,
every
I'll say
time.
snake. But the thing is, Snake, is that you're just trying to kiss the right wing's ass now to get back in with them because the left has categorically rejected you, and that's what's actually happening.
Turning Point USA, I believe it was Turning Point USA. I think it was Charlie Kirk that brought him on, and the right was giving him a standing ovation because he was being reasonable. Now, this is one problem when it comes to the right, where they embrace fucking lunatics that have talked mad shit on Donald Trump and his supporters. And then all of a sudden, when he loses, he's trying to fucking have some type of middle ground with the right. We saw, Bill Maher do the same thing, where he has a few good takes, and for some fucking reason, the right wants to kind of embrace them and say that they're coming onto our side. Fuck that shit. They're obviously grifters. That's all they're fucking doing. I would even point out that fucking Piers Morgan is also on that ship as well. It's a money grab. It's you trying to be relevant. It's you trying to get clicks, etc. That's all Cenk Uygur is. That's all he has been. Remember, this is a guy that said that he wouldn't mind having bestiality be legal so long as the animal is receiving the pleasure.
I believe that if I were the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, where you are pleasuring the animal.
Cenk, is that what's happening?
All right, you amuse me. Yeah, this guy amuses me. So, like, you think calling me Snake is going to somehow win you the debate? Good luck with that childish.
I already won the debate.
Way of going. Oh, you did because you said it. Okay, that, by the way, another great debating tactic. Just saying you won. And second of all, we have 27 million. How many times do I have to say this? 27 million subscribers, 30 billion lifetime views. Okay. You're a pimple on my ass. I literally don't even know who you are. So you come in here talking about.
So he wants to, Cenk Uygur wants to fucking, he wants to appeal to the numbers of his channel compared to Andrew Wilson's, bro. And by the way, I put this up. I said, Piers finally found out that Andrew is the next big thing in conservative politics. Keep bringing him on, Piers. And Piers puts him up against Cenk Uygur, the lunatic of the left here. So the fact that Piers Morgan believes that the pimple on Cenk Uygur's ass is literally going to fucking kick his ass goes to show that Piers Morgan did this purposely, that Andrew Wilson is definitely the debater that needs to be defeated on the right. And I don't think Cenk Uygur can do it. Actually, I don't think there's any leftists right now currently that can really defeat Andrew Wilson, because Andrew has the truth on his side. I mean, yeah, dude, no question Piers is seeing the potential in Andrew. And I wouldn't doubt that Andrew continues to come back on Piers Morgan.
And you're a snake. Okay, you're a turtle. You're a scorpion.
Audience.
Whatever. Do I win now?
I didn't say anything about audience. What are you talking about? Are you a lunatic?
You did. You just said, the left wing's audience has got a problem with him.
I
know the left wing better than he does.
You're trying to cozy up with right wingers. What were you doing at TPUSA, Cenk? Trying to cozy in with right wingers like Charlie Kirk, kissing their ass. You're literally kissing up to them because you want in good, because the left is rejecting center left policies now. That's what's happening.
Hey, brother,
they either want to go far left or far right.
Okay, listen, brother. As you see me bitch slapping you right here on national airwaves.
The only thing you can bitch slap.
What part of that seems like cozying up? What's the part of that seems like cozying up to the right? I think you're an idiot. I think you love that coup on January 6th. I think you hate our democracy. I think you hate our Constitution. So what part of that is cozying up to the right wing? Bitch?
I hate snakes like you who try to get in as good as you can with a weak right like Charlie Kirk, when you have weaponized political violence yourself at the same time.
I love that Andrew fucking brought that up. The weak right. because Charlie Kirk would be considered a weak right-winger. Remember, Charlie Kirk is the guy that said we need to have a tent Republican Party, bring in the drag queens, bring in fucking Blair White. He cozied up to all to these, what's his name? Dave Rubin, a man that is in a gay marriage. They're now raising a child, I believe, together that is never going to know who the mother is. They're being two homosexuals raising a kid. That's what you call the weak right. Great part on fucking Andrew bringing even that up and taking a jab at those fucking lunatics too. While this is great for Andrew to get exposed, Piers Morgan is using him to tap into the YouTube independent media. Actually, that is a good point. That is a very good point. I think that is I think that's definitely a good strategy on Piers Morgan. Remember, because I consider Piers Morgan as a grifter just like Cenk Uygur, probably not as bad, but he is to that extent. Because I will tell you this, Piers Morgan has always been against the woke. Before this, he's more of a guy that just doesn't like the woke agenda. So yeah, I think him using Andrew for that is a good thing, because now we can get into that alternative right media, like your Myron Gaines and your Andrew Wilsons and etc. So I think that's a good thing, man. I would embrace Piers Morgan to keep getting Andrew onto the show, man.
Because
Charlie Kirk, when you have weaponized political violence yourself,
at the same time Kirk is weak right and you're strong right.
At the same time, at the same time, you say, wait a second. Oh, I can't believe the J6ers coup d'etat. You didn't give a damn. You've never given a damn. We have your words on record. You flip-flop. You're the biggest flip-flopper on the left. You're known for it. People make fun of you for it because you move positions. You and Anna Kasparian both move positions like a tube of toothpaste.
Oh, Trump! I love Trump! Oh, I love Trump so much.
And all you care about is Trump derangement syndrome. All you have is Trump derangement syndrome.
All right, let me try.
TDS, always on display.
Wait a minute.
Time out.
I gotta say one thing.
You both made your feelings clear.
How can you say that I'm cozying up to the right and say I have Trump derangement syndrome?
All right.
Make up your mind. You're a very poor thinker.
We watched the entirety of his entire first term. You were Russia. Yep. He's a colluder. Yep. He's evil. He's this and that. And he flip-flopped on that position the second it was politically expedient.
Okay. Let me try
None of those things are true.
Let me try and move on to guys. Let's move on to some policy debate. Andrew, let me ask you: do you feel like the woke worm is in reverse as strongly as I'm sensing it is? And it's specifically just a simple statement from Trump that the policy of the United States will be to recognize two genders, male and female. Well, duh. That's always been the case. It's just incredible that the president of the free world effectively has to make this clear to people who'd lost their minds and believe that actually men can be women and women can be men. But do you feel that this has been a big marker in the beginning of the end of the woke mind virus, as Musk calls it?
No, it's not the end of the woke mind virus. You're going to always have to battle this as definitions change, because people need to justify their insane and degenerate behavior in society. So they come up with all sorts of nonsense like this. In this particular case, the trans advocacy groups have done more to reverse any type of progress LGBTQ people in the United States have made in the last 30 years because of what they're trying to do with children, and the fact that they don't care that you, as a Christian, do not believe at all that a man can become a woman. So yes, this is whiplash on that. There's going to be a lot more whiplash that's going towards that as people reject categorically what these people have been trying to push on us. You can look no further than what just happened at the inauguration. You have a female bishop. That's an impossibility. That is not Christian at all. You're not allowed to have female bishops. That is satanic. That's literally satanic to have a female bishop come up and say anything. You can laugh, but it is. That's Satan speaking. And the reason you're laughing is because it's true.
Well, Cenk, I'll get you to respond. But first of all, let's play the clip of that bishop, because my objection was actually for different reasons. Let's take a look at it.
I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here.
So, Cenk, I mean, notwithstanding Andrew's position on the fact there shouldn't be a female bishop, but the fact that she was there on such a big historic moment, delivering a kind of scolding woke lecture with Donald Trump and JD Vance and their wives sitting there. I just thought it was completely inappropriate. I didn't care who the president was or what the scolding was, but to turn the pulpit into a scolding thing about all Americans,
silly woman,
gay children are going to be running for their lives, I just thought it was completely wrong.
Yeah, Piers, I totally disagree. I loved it, and the reason I loved it is because it's truth to power. And you can say, hey, it's her truth. It's the truth of about half of Americans. It's not necessarily the truth, but at least she's trying to challenge the powerful, and I love that. Look, the reason why a lot of people agree with me is because I challenge the powerful on both sides, on the Democratic side and the Republican side. And that makes the partisans get super mad at me. No, Biden's right about everything. No, Trump's right about everything. No, I love that she spoke for half the country, and she said it right to his face. I wish reporters would do that. And I think a lot of the reporters got the message to be softer on Trump. No. Be harder on the Democrats and the Republicans and the establishment. Be harder on everyone. So do exactly as she did, even though apparently she's Satan. Brother, look, how can I talk to you, man, when you say such ludicrous things? Do you know that like 95% of Americans, when you say that she's satanic because she's a woman bishop, think that you're nuts? Do you at least understand and acknowledge that?
First of all, they don't. You don't understand anything about the Bible, apostolic succession, church history. You don't know anything about these things, Cenk. You have no idea what you're talking about. First of all, she wasn't speaking truth to power. She was speaking subversiveness to goodness. And that's what's actually going on. And that's what Democrats are great at doing. Sure. Yes, it is completely satanic to have inversion. Inversion is when you take what is considered the Christ head, in this case a bishop, and invert it to a woman. That's what you people are great at doing, is inversion. If you look at the 2,000 years of Christian history, you would understand this, especially church history, going all the way back to the time of Christ and apostolic succession. People, you can, but the truth is that people get all of their ethics and goodness in this nation from biblical ethics and Christian ethics, not from Cenk Uygur thinks it's neat that a chick can do this. It's like, no, that's not part of our ethical standard there. That's not what it is. We don't have an ethical standard based around your version of the woke Bible. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
When you call a respected bishop a chick and satanic.
Respected by who?
It's funny that you don't see that you lose such a giant percentage of the country. And so like guys like this make it nearly impossible for a huge part of the country to ever vote for Republicans. Because if you vote for a Republican, you're going to get these ghouls and goblins. And they're going to say, oh, yeah, chicks shouldn't be on bishops, man. It's inversion, dude. It's satanic. You sound insane. You sound, to me, honestly,
he's going to go that you're just crazy.
Like you belong in a mental asylum. Or when you call people satanic, what the hell does that even mean?
Always going
just because she's a woman, just because she's a woman, she's satanic in that role. See, that's exactly why I'm a populist, but I can't be populist, right? When guys like this say such insane things and drive hatred, drive hatred.
Yo, what the
You're right, I am power, so keep going.
Remember how you said I'm massive, I'm huge, I have this massive audience. So I'm here saying, speaking truth to power. You should be all about that. You should be loving the fact that I'm telling you something now, which is true.
Except you're speaking gibberish to power.
It is
is Beelzebub in the room with us right now?
It is an inversion.
Is Beelzebub and Shaitan in the room with us?
I'm sorry. You hate Christianity? You hate Christian ethics, Cenk?
Time out. Let's move Christian ethics to another debate.
I don't hate Christianity.
I want to ask you about Nazis.
I hate your radical lunacy.
This one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen.
Here it comes.
Thank you.
Here it comes.
Now, Cenk, you said it was the most obvious Nazi salute you'd ever seen, which I think Hitler might be a bit surprised about, but you don't actually believe
that, did you, Cenk? Oh,
yeah, but Cenk, just to be clear, you don't actually think he's a Nazi, do you? So how can you make a Nazi salute if you're not actually a Nazi and, in fact, absolutely hate everything they stand for? That's not a Nazi salute. It's a awkward thing that he did to say, my heart to you, that then gets deliberately misinterpreted as a Nazi salute by people who keep wanting to call everyone on the right a Nazi.
This is what the left thinks about you guys here. Now we have Parker, which I'm pretty sure you guys know who Parker is, and Harry Sissy right here. This is them ponying, the quote unquote ponying the right when it comes to this topic right now.
No. Put down your phone. Grab his heart.
They're freaking out.
Dude,
what the fuck?
This is the lunatics here.
Oh my God, no.
And by the way, they look like homosexuals, by the way. You know, look at them. They're doing fake outrage for a guy trying to explain what Elon Musk was doing.
No, dude, you are cooked. You are cooked, bro. You're so cooked.
Which part was cooked about that?
Dude,
Wait.
literally just nailed it.
Put down your phone. Put down your phone.
Yeah, I got my phone. I have to hold it.
Yeah. And
This is
stand
what
up.
the
And
left
stand up.
thinks of ponying.
No, like put it on your kitchen
This is what
counter,
the
whatever
left
you are.
thinks about.
Yep.
Yeah. No, put it down. Like stop
set it
holding
down. Set it down.
Set your phone down. Set your
true.
phone down.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hold on.
Like lean it up against something.
There we go.
Okay, now do it.
He grabbed his heart and he threw it out. And now they're tripping like as if they beat him.
Yeah. Yeah, he grabbed it.
Dude.
He grabbed his heart
This
and
is
threw it out to the crowd.
the left
Now
ponying the
explain
right.
to me what.
No.
Why would he do
fucking
that?
cooked.
Why would he do that?
What's cooked about it?
You're cooked. You're cooked. You are cooked. You bro.
Dude is so cooked.
Bro, you just hailed. You're so loyal and so deep in Donald Trump's cult that you just hailed, bro. What the fuck?
Here's the reality.
with y'all,
So that we can stop playing the liberal
the
game.
lunacy of
I
the
know you
left
guys
right
like
here.
to talk over
Oh
everybody.
yeah,
I'm not
it's the
one.
liberal
I'm a
game
little
to
bit
say
different.
people shouldn't hail. Oh yeah, us libs
How
are
is
so
that a
evil.
hail? How is
We're
that
so
a hail?
evil for saying that you shouldn't hail him. Okay.
All right.
No,
so
put down-
We're so evil for saying you shouldn't hail Hitler. And dude, shout out to the comment section because they have it right here. Look, this is, Tim Waltz. Oh, what does that look like? What does that look like? Does he get any backlash? No backlash. Now this is apparently a photo of, I think that's Parker or Harry Sissy Boy. I have no idea. They both look alike. That looks like a Nazi salute to me. Looks like a Nazi salute to me. Apparently, Parker ruined his life by saluting Hitler. Shout out to the comment section. And they go off on this. I think that's photoshopped. I'm pretty sure. Oh, what do you know? What do you know? This looks weird. That's Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. Looks like they're all a bunch of Nazis by his logic, right? That's crazy. Oh, bro. Oh, that's insane. We're ponying the right. Yet there's evidence of that type of imagery here. Oh, look at, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Looks like a Nazi salute to me.
We're not going back. We're not going back.
It's weird how they pick and choose, right? Shout out to the comment sections for bringing out the lunacy. And this is what the left believes ponying is. Freaking out, saying, "Oh, I beat you, XYZ." Look at how fucking stupid these guys are. Look at how stupid they are.
Yeah, he grabbed it.
I need to get my headphones off and fucking overreact to this shit.
Now explain to me.
When he was explaining, the Trump supporter explaining what Trump meant by that. I mean, not Trump, Elon Musk meant by that, right? This is the left in their mind ponying the right. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyways, guys.
No. So Elon Musk is trolling. So this is a classic right-wing maneuver. It's to get attention. And he knows that if he does a Nazi salute, but he says, "Oh, but I touched my heart. And I can't believe they're calling me a Nazi. I'm the victim. The left wing is coming after me just because I did the most obvious Nazi salute of all time." Now, the left is angry at me because I'm not calling him a Nazi. I think he's trolling. I think he's doing it for attention. And he does his plausible deniability. It's the oldest trick in the book coming from the right wing. In fact, when you get upset at the right wing, they usually go, "Ah, he's just trolling," right? So that's what happened there. That wasn't subtle. And again,
so the left is so stupid that they don't realize that Elon Musk is not. This isn't the first time that somebody does that during a political speech of any type, for that matter. And again, they're trolling. Was Parker here trolling? Is that Parker trolling? I don't fucking know. Is that Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama? Are they trolling now too? But the right didn't fucking blow up and say that they're fucking a bunch of Nazis. The right didn't say anything like that. But again, Cenk Uygur wants to make it sound like, oh, it's a troll. And it could be. But however, the reaction of the left is the insanity part of what we're talking about here, is that everybody's a fucking Nazi. And the fact that you want to just paint everybody with that brush goes to show how insane you are. And this is what the left does all the time. All the time. the fact that Cenk wants to sympathize with that really goes to show how far he's reaching against this argument. Let's see how Andrew handles him.
Credibility here, because when they accused so many people of doing this, I said no. When Laura Ingraham was at the RNC and she raised her arm and they're like, that's a Nazi salute. I'm not, that's not a Nazi salute. She just raised her arm. Everybody raises their arm. He did that so crisp, so sharp, exactly like the way that they did in the Third Reich. That's not an accident. He's a smart guy. He's doing it to get...
He did it exactly like they did in Germany, bro. What?
To get us to do this segment and for the inauguration to all be about Elon Musk. He's swallowing up all the attention.
I think that is the biggest load of cobblers I've ever heard in my life. But Andrew, over to you.
Yeah. So
yeah, exactly. Just look at all the people that Elon Musk has banned on Twitter. A lot of them were so-called anti-Semites, etc., bro.
It is.
Okay. So oh my God! No! Don't criticize when it's so freaking obvious. And what if he put a Nazi? He put a swastika on his forehead, you guys would be like, no. It's not what it appears. It's not what it appears.
Calm down, Cenk. Calm down.
Yeah, go ahead.
Again, didn't interrupt you.
Andrea, go ahead.
By the way, it's great to have the old Cenk back, by the way, just for the record.
Yeah, I didn't interrupt you, Snake. Just calm down for a second. Let me respond very quickly. Andrea. Okay, so we have tons of evidence that Elon Musk isn't a Nazi. Kanye West, I don't know if you remember this, but he ran for... He ran for political office when he released a swastika. It wasn't even a swastika. It's just something that looked like one. Musk banned him for it.
Yeah.
Musk just went through and did a massive purge. He just went through and did a massive purge of all sorts of people who were considered Nazis or that the left had been calling Nazis on Twitter. It's a big thing right now. All the evidence points to the fact not only is he not a Nazi, but there's no good incentive for him to even do this. What's the incentive? You say, well, it's a dog whistle. He's trolling. He's just funning this and that. No, this is very common, by the way, for people to make this hand gesture. I have it from AOC. I have it from Clinton. I have it from all of these various people. And the thing is, I have it from all of the Democrats. You can draw side-by-side comparisons. People have been showing you them nonstop. You just don't care. You don't care because you want it to be some trolling Nazi thing when it clearly isn't.
Why did I defend all the other right-wingers when they raised their arms like that? Then why did I defend all the other right-wingers when they raised their arms like that?
Because the same reason you defend left-wingers
that was the clearest Nazi salute. And by the way, I literally said, even if he put a swastika on his head, you guys would find an excuse for it. And then, hold on, and then you said about Kanye, when he put a swastika on his head, it wasn't really a Nazi symbol. I mean, you proved my point over and over again. So it's a delight debating.
I didn't say it wasn't a Nazi symbol. I said the swastika. I said it wasn't an actual swastika, but it looked enough like one. That he banned it.
So
I didn't say
there you go again. I mean,
it's
a swastika, but not really.
And not only that, Elon Musk did ban Kanye West when he said that he was going to go death recon 3 or some shit on the Jews. That was something that was tweeted by Kanye, and he was automatically banned on Twitter by Elon Musk, and he lost a bunch of sponsorships, etc., bro. So, yeah. This is a good point from Andrew Wilson. And just like I showed you, Andrew has the proof of other politicians doing this, from AOC to Hillary Clinton, just like I showed you.
Okay. So, look, even
the symbols actually look like actual symbols because they're actual symbols.
It's an absolute Nazi salute. Yeah. So, look, guys.
No, he didn't say that. You just made it up.
Against a ghost.
Cenk, as he did it,
make a Nazi
as he did it, Cenk, he literally says, "From my heart to you," or whatever the words were, right?
Yeah.
He literally tells you what he's doing.
Yeah, that's
from my heart to
deniability. Of course.
Nobody actually believes.
Piers,
hang on, Cenk.
Piers,
Cenk, hang on.
You're a sophisticated media person.
Including
you really think he would have said, "This is for the Third Reich"? No, of course he's going to have.
He would if he was a Nazi
and make up an excuse. You know that.
If he was a Nazi, he'd say, "Heil Hitler. This is for you, the Third Reich, my love to you." Yeah. Yes, because he would be an actual Nazi. Instead, he's a guy who literally a few months ago went to Jerusalem. He went to Jerusalem. He went to the and then he went down to the kibbutz.
Number one, you're fighting a ghost.
On
I didn't say he was a Nazi.
Yeah, Cenk doesn't even want to let him talk.
I didn't say he was a Nazi. You keep going back to he's not a Nazi. I'm saying he's doing it for attention, and you know that, Piers. As a guy who loves attention,
it's not true.
You know he's doing it for the attention.
I don't know that.
Stop making an argument, debating an argument that I didn't even make.
There is absolutely no way in the world Elon Musk deliberately did that to get attention as a Nazi sympathizer.
Yeah.
The whole idea of that is fanciful, delusional, and deliberately,
not as a Nazi
deliberately
sympathizer,
manipulative
Piers.
nonsense.
As a person who goes, me, look at me, look at me, look at me. It's trolling. Do you not understand the concept of trolling?
I do.
So you
I'm
do
very good at it
outrageous
myself.
things with plausible deniability so that you could then come and go, oh my God, I got all the attention, plus I'm the victim because they're misinterpreting me.
Yeah, because when you're
It's Trump.
celebrating,
great argument, Cenk.
Learn
So
that
here's-
trick and
here's
use
Cenk's
that
argument.
trick.
Cenk, just to be
You're
clear,
having
hang
a
on.
nonsense debate about
Cenk,
whether he's a Nazi.
just to be clear,
I'm telling you that he did it for attention.
I hear you, but just to be clear, you really think that what he thought would be a good move as he's celebrating Donald Trump's historic second presidency starting, that what Donald Trump would want on the front pages the next day was not a picture of him as the new president, but a picture of Elon Musk doing what you say was a Nazi salute. You think he literally gained that deliberately to troll people. What part of your brain
So,
thinks
Piers, let
that
me
is
ask you a
even
question
feasible
back.
from a guy who literally lands space rockets in cradles? He's got one of the biggest brains in the world. He was not deliberately trolling people as if he's a Nazi. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, Piers, let me ask you a question back. If you were giving a speech in the inauguration or in the parliament or anywhere, and somebody told you, hey, go say from my heart and do this exact thing where you even almost snap your boots. You know, he just snapped that salute, right?
He won't
would
do
you
it again.
Would you really do it? And I want you
No.
to do it right now
I told
if
him,
you say
no.
you would do it.
I told him, I didn't tell him, but I tweeted, and 10 million people have viewed my post on X, so he'll have seen it. I just said it was very ill-advised of him to do that move. Absolutely.
There you go.
I still don't
Very
see a problem
ill-advised.
with that.
Look like a
Honestly, I still don't see a problem. He did a salute that was that the left, by the way, just the left can interpret as a Nazi salute. I don't give a shit. The Nazis aren't here. Elon Musk is not a Nazi. There's plenty of proof of him not being a Nazi. In fact, there's plenty of proof of him going against people that talk shit about the Jays, right? Again, him giving out the heart. This is ridiculous talking points from the left, and they do this time and time again, man. I mean, the fact that Cenk wants to, sympathize or try to get into some type of correlation that it was the exact movement of the Third Reich, etc. It's fucking insane, bro. This is fucking absolute insanity from Cenk Uygur. But no, yeah, Elon Musk not nowhere near Nazi level, bro. Not even close. The Nazis don't even exist. If they do, maybe the KKK. There's probably about 300 members in the United States out of 320 million people. You know, they're not even a thing. The fact that the media continuously brings them up as if the right wingers are that, and then now we have some right wingers, like your weak right wingers, calling us the woke right, which is an insinuation of racism, etc. Bro, this is ridiculous how far it's gone with it, man. Fuck.
But anyone who genuinely believes he was doing it to replicate a Nazi salute is talking complete bullshit. Andrew.
Yeah, and to just respond.
No,
very
but
briefly-
Piers-
I want to bring Andrew in now. Let me bring Andrew in.
If it didn't look like a Nazi salute, why was it ill-advised? If it didn't look like a Nazi salute, why was it ill-advised?
Andrew, he was ill-advised to do it, and I'm sure he'll now realize that. It was an ill-advised act.
Okay, good.
So here's the thing too. This is something that's off the cuff. Cenk's entire argument here is it's trolling. Believe me. That's it. No evidence, no anything.
None.
All evidence to the contrary.
You don't have evidence
doesn't even claim he's a.
You don't know
doesn't
what's
even
in
claim
his
he's a
head.
Nazi. It's not my claim. You, the claimer. You bring the evidence. You, the claimer, bring the evidence. Oh, it was trolling. I have no evidence.
The
Believe
evidence
me, though.
is in the
Great
video
argument.
where he does a sick Heil
Oh, that's the
salute.
evidence.
And you're saying,
didn't
no,
do a
that's
Sieg
not
Heil.
his mind.
Now it's a Sieg Heil.
You read his mind, and he meant really well by it.
You are
You're
the one claiming you
that
read
has
his mind. You're the one claiming you read his mind, and it's a troll,
I'm
bro.
I'm
Believe
telling
me.
you what we all saw with our own eyes and ears. In fact, Piers admits that it looks like a Nazi salute. Piers is on my side on that.
No,
You're
I
saying
said it was
even
an
though it looks like a
ill-advised-
Nazi
No,
salute,
no.
I read his mind.
Let me be
and
clear.
Pierce does not want to be on Cenk Uygur's side. That's for damn sure.
nothing but warmth.
Let me
what
be
you're
clear.
saying.
It was an
Fire and
ill-advised.
rainbows.
It was an ill-advised.
No evidence.
Movement of his arm because obviously the kickback has shown that. However,
Yeah. Great argument, by the way.
He did
Believe
not
me,
say,
bro.
as you're
Believe me,
saying,
bro.
as you're saying, Cenk, he did not say Sieg Heil because that would have made him a Nazi saluting Adolf Hitler. He said, "From my heart to you." rather less, I would say, contentious than seek
He
higher,
snapped
no
his
shit.
which is what you
brother.
want people
He
to think.
snapped-
That's actually a very good point, Ghost. It's crazy how Cenk says Democrats need to change their way, right? Because they're losing elections, and they overreact to this fucking Elon Musk situation, but turns around and calls Elon a Nazi, like they have for several years. Yeah, he's following